Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I am currently moving my honeypot colony into their, well, not moving, but I added the expansion chamber and they are taken to it very nicely. But my my Pogo Barbidus, whatever you want to, I can't pronounce them. I gave them a cricket and they were pretty happy. They brought their, looks like the queen. Is that the queen? No, that's not the queen. But anyway, they brought their larvae out to partake in the feast, and I thought I would share that with you. Also, a new addition to my repertoire, probably not the right word for it, but I did add a tripod, so now I can actually get some decent angles, which I previously haven't. So eventually I'm going to get to actually a legit camera, but in the meantime, here you are. We got at the very least, we got a tripod so I can get different angles, and this will be the first video on that using this tripod, and I am kind of digging it. You know, it's a different angle, and I like it. So what you're seeing is my pogos. They are in the foraging area right now, enjoying a couple freshly killed crickets. And as you can see, they brought their larvae and pupae out to partake, you know. Kind of like takeout. Instead of bringing it in, they figured, nah, let's just go out for dinner. And I'm going to give you a little treat. I'm going to take you over to my honey pots, as they're it's almost too fun to watch to even consider switching to another colony. God, these guys are fun to watch, aren't they? And I was in one of the exotic pet stores today. Not one I normally visit. I wasn't. I go far into town to usually visit these pet stores. I wasn't really in the mood to drive all the way in, so I went to a different one. And the normal pet store I go to, where I get my, crickets, roaches, fruit flies, and the like. You know, he knows that I'm, an ant keeper, and this other place I went to, which is a pretty big exotic shop, they've got birds and lizards and boa constrictors and all kinds of scary stuff. I kind of cringe when I walk down the aisles because there's snakes on either side. I'm not a snake guy, it's just not my thing. But of course I'm going looking for the smallest crickets they have, and finally he's just, what are you feeding? It's ants. Ants. He goes, ants. Yeah, I keep ants. And he was quite fascinated. He says, do you sell them? No, I don't really sell them, but a lot of people that are asking me for them are outside the state, and I'm not really interested in selling them. But I told him this monsoon season I'll catch a couple queens and give them to him, and he can throw them up in the shop and see what if there's any local interest. But showed him a few videos, predominantly of the honey pots, which I think are fascinating, and most people do. And he really thought that was neat. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and switch real quick over to the honeypot colony. I was going to do a full video later, but just somebody's moving the wax paper there. I think what's happened is a cricket stuck to it. Yeah, look how strong these guys are. He's grinding his wax paper and sliding over the sand, but imagine moving a piece of rigid material with 8 of your friends standing on it. These guys are so incredibly strong. It's just mind-blowing. All right, guys, let's go look at that other colony. Be right back. So I'm very pleased to say, I'm going to try to change this angle real quick, but this guy has been connected for all of about 20 minutes now, if that, and I still have the clamp holding the mini hearth down, siliconing it in. Let me just see right there. So here's the setup I've got, and I've added some silicone. I just want to let that set. But again, and just to think, all these ants were in. Let's see if I can get a better angle here. Sorry guys, but all of these ants were in that little itty bitty mini hearth. I was bugging Mac. I need something to put them in. That blur across the top of the screen is the. Turn the fan off here in a quick second, but that blur is from the flu one. But yeah, look at these guys. I mean, no time at all. They've got some food over here, got some honey, and it's amazing to think, to be perfectly honest with you, that there were this many ants in that little mini hearth. The screen had been, or the glass had been kind of fogged for quite some time, so I really couldn't see the nest all that well. And with all the newer pleats, they were kind of hogging the front, so I couldn't see what was really going on in there. So this is just this is too cool to see them move in. And I can't get a really. Let me see if I can prop stuff up, because I've got it, as you can see, a moment ago, I've got it sitting at the edge of the workbench here. Let me see if I can find something to prop this up, so I can at least show you inside the nest. And I haven't looked for maybe 10 minutes or so, so I'm not quite certain what's going on there. So I can find a bunch of goodies here to stack up on a little stool. What do I got? Like I don't have any. Like I don't have a shortage of garbage in my garage to utilize. Making noises like I'm struggling. Okay, so here we are in the nest. My flash just went off, so there's obviously something going on. But anyway, guys, I'm going to do a much better video here in the coming days once I. But yeah, as you can see, they're taken to it. Let's move over to that other angle. Okay, so the queen hasn't moved over. I'm looking inside the nest. Queen hasn't moved over, which I fully expected her not to. But it does look like a couple younger pleats have moved over, and that's exactly what I was hoping to see. That the older pleats would stay in the mini hearth, stay in that nest. Don't want them to move. I'm not going to encourage them to move. That was the whole point of this project. But I would like for new repleats to, find a home in this new nest. And I see them already moving. And you can tell they're slightly larger gaster. So yeah. See if I can see. I can see them in the nest right now, and since you can see one in the very back there. See if I can come along. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's on the far right side of the screen. Much bigger gaster. And that will be a future replete. I don't know if you can see it up towards the base on the right-hand side. And you can see she's visually much larger than the other ants. Yeah, they're definitely digging this spot. I am so. What is going on? They are just going nuts in this corner here. I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, guys, I'm thrilled. This has been a long time coming. I'm very optimistic about this setup. So as always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned and like and share. It helps.